I should actually wait about 12 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so I had collected this packing material. So you know, when we get Amazon orders, it comes with like bubble wrap, all different types of bubble wrap. Not the packs, but you know the actual like bubble wrap that comes in, or sometimes you get this little padding thing with your food deliveries. So I saved this. I put it inside of an Amazon bag. I taped it up as packing material. Put it outside of my free box. Nobody wanted it. And then so I brought it back. I brought it back upstairs, and I thought, oh well, let me try and post it in my Buy Nothing group, right? My local Buy Nothing group. Nobody wanted it. And then I took a picture of it. Yeah, nobody wanted it. And then I put it back downstairs. Nobody wanted it. I was like, man, there has to be someone that wants packing material. So again, I posted it. Hey, does anyone need packing material? I have some used bubble wrap. Sure enough, 3 people wanted it. So it is crazy how much people want packing material. You know, people are moving out, people are moving, and if you guys have any bubble wrap, I would highly suggest save your bubble wrap, save this kind of foam stuff, because you never know if someone might want it. You know the air packs that you guys see? It comes in these like little pillow packs. I never save those. I just stab it with scissors, or just rip it with my bare fingers and just throw that in the trash, because it seems like nobody really wants that stuff. But I could be wrong. It also takes a lot of space, so I rather just fold the bubble wrap up, put it inside of a paper bag, and that's it. So I mean, like, this doesn't take up much space, right? So this is gonna get going today. You guys might have remembered this letter hanger. It was from IKEA. I picked it up for free. What are you doing over here, Clinton? I picked it up for free. I decided I actually didn't want it, so we had it hanging over there. Yeah, it looked a little heavy. See that? So I'm trying to keep it a little lighter. I thought this has to go. So before I posted it up online, I asked the person who's picking up the bubble wrap, hey, by any chance, since you're swinging by later today, would you want this IKEA letter opener, or letter mail sorter? It's actually a chalkboard. So this is chalkboard paint. You can remove it with water. You can draw over it. It's also magnetic, so if you put a magnet on there, it sticks on. I liked it a lot. The only thing is since we didn't have it really affixed to the wall, if we put too much weight on one side, and we don't have our letters kind of hanging around. I opened them, and then normally, like within 10 minutes, it'll go straight in the recycle bin or straight in the trash. So we don't have any mail mostly lingering around. So this was kind of useless. The only thing I was keeping on there were my sunglasses. And I thought to myself, well, Erica, just put your freaking sunglasses over there. So this is going out today. And I thought I should share this with you guys, because this was from another person. They posted in a local free group, and I took it. I had it for about, I feel like three months or so, maybe more. And then I decided, hey, I don't want it anymore. Let me pass it on to someone for free. And the way that these free groups work is, if someone picks it up and they don't want it, and they pick it up for free, chances are they're going to want to give it away for free as well. So this kind of stuff, it will have a several number of homes. And I like keeping things within a local free group, because it prolongs the lifespan of this. Like this, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, there's like a small little chip over there, but whatever, right? I just got tired of it. And I think a lot of things that we have around the home, it could be perfectly useful. We just get tired of the decor. We just think like, oh, we don't need all these vases. So some people, they're tempted to just throw it away if they can't get to a, let's say, a Goodwill or a Savers or a thrift store, right? They're gonna say, F it, let me just toss it into the trash. That way it's immediately out there. And my whole take is, instead of doing that, I rather just have a free box, give it away. It's free box isn't any work. You know, you just put the box downstairs. You guys saw with my previous videos how to make a free box. You tie it to a post, and it's super simple. And I just wanted to so box, and they had this, and I was like, look at that, it's basil seed paper. So I picked this up because I do know some gardeners out there, and someone wanted this. See this? So this was a thank you note. I'm not going to turn the other side, but it was basically thank you for your purchase. And I was thinking to myself like, oh, I really don't want this just to go to waste. I'd rather have it go to a home. So this is the only paper that I have, and yeah, it's a little bit more work, but for someone. And then this thing, I don't know if you guys remember this, but this is what I picked up from my one of my favorite diving spots a while back. This was sometime last year, and I had no idea like what the hell would I put inside of there. And then earlier last week, while I was going diving at night, someone had a little free box, and I saw this cute little plant. I was like, oh, it's so cute. So I don't know if this really matches in here, but for now, it's just kind of staying in there, like this or something. Actually, yeah, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it has to go on the. It has to go something like this ish. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. I kind of fiddle faddle with this thing. So yeah, like this. See? Oh, hold on. See? Like that. So it's kind of cute, and it was, yeah, I thought this was such a cute little thing. So I really like plants. I just simply cannot take care of this stuff. I know like people would say, oh, Erica, it's super easy. You just water and have sunlight. But I don't want to have pests. I don't want no see them breeding ground. And as much as I really like live plants, I just cannot chance it. If you guys remember the Great No-See-Um War of 2020, I had to get rid of 3 house plants. Yeah, because I was including my little Georgie in the bathroom who wasn't faring so well, but I got rid of it because I thought, oh my gosh, I don't want this to become freaking breeding ground for bugs. So some bugs like moist soil. And if we have no-see-ums coming in, right, I don't want the plant to become a breeding ground because the no-see-ums breed in moist soil. So that's why I got rid of it. And I've changed over to full plant. So if I ever go diving, if I see a free box and I see a pretty cute looking plant, like I will grab it. Because like especially if it's solid green, because I think like, oh, perfect, you know, this is great. And I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like I can never have too much full green plants. I'd rather have more material than less because it's easy to rehome this kind of stuff. Like if I wanted to rehome this stuff, super easy. But finding it is a lot tougher. So if I came across like 30, 20, 30, I'd be really tempted to just like take them all home and be like, ah, I'll figure it out later. By the way, this is Oreo and his little station, see? Oreo has a little crate here, and this was actually Clinton's crate. But Oreo has decided to make this into his cat bed. See that? And I actually wanted to give this away, but now I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place because like I know I can get rid of this quickly. Someone posted something, a crate like this yesterday, and then 2 people wanted that same crate, so there's a crate shortage. So I technically should be giving this crate away, maybe keep the comforter, but I look at Oreo and he just walks in here and he sleeps. And Lewis told me, he said, "Oh, Erica, Clinton will not go into this crate because he's traumatized by it." So when Clinton had a leg surgery years ago, he injured his leg. The vet said, "Oh, you should keep him into a crate like a movement for a little bit. That way he can't run around, he can't jump, right?" So Clinton had to be locked into this crate for while he was at work to make sure um, he didn't move around. And Clinton was screaming and he was pissed off because you know he had to do all his business and eat and everything all in this one little crate because he had surgery on his leg. And it was, I think he said it was something like $3,000 of surgery because he basically jumped, he broke some glass, and he almost severed one of his legs off. So because it cut right at a tendon or something. So that's why you don't see me have too much like glass stuff. And if I do have glass stuff, I make sure like the places where the cats shot. This might be the 100% Clinton proof area. I brought this out yesterday. Oriole's been taking a nap in it. He likes it because he doesn't have to climb on the bed, right? So his food bowl, as you guys can see, is right over there. He can lie down, watch the food bowl, and as soon as I walk over to the food bowl, he can just get out of this crate and go straight to the food bowl. Yeah, that's how lazy this cat is. So, I should actually turn this over to the other side so he's about 2 feet closer to the food bowl. But So Oreo really likes this. There's a comforter on the bottom over here, and he enjoys it so much that I just kind of don't want to get rid of this crate because I see it as his new cat bed, but it's one of those dilemmas. Do I take Oriole's little crate and his little three-wall territory away from him, or what? Are you guys seeing? You guys aren't seeing video because I have video on my side. No, I didn't change anything. I still have my video. Can you guys see or no? Yay! Okay, so yeah, so anyway, yeah, I guess refreshing did help. Thank you for the tip, Fractal. So, anyway, yeah, so Oreo really likes this thing. He just cuddles onto this old comforter of sorts, and he's making himself at home. And I kind of want to keep it because I noticed the cats aren't really hanging around the bed now that, like, the cats really like sleeping in, um, like a messy bed. So when we wake up, for instance, Oreo typically still cuddled in the bed, you know, because when we sleep and when we toss, right, all the bed sheets kind of get all like, you know, kicked onto one side or something like that. So Oreo, he likes napping on a messy bed, and sometimes the cats join him. But now, today, I noticed that the cats aren't hanging around the bed because not because it's not messy right now, but because Oreo can sleep in here. So I figure, like, okay, I can make the bed in the morning, and then Oreo can stay in this messy little pen. And it is so much easier to deal with Oreo, you know, washing this comforter rather than washing one of the huge comforters, or the pulling the duvet cover just because Oreo might have had an accident or something like that. So he likes his little territory over here, and yeah. So what am I gonna do with this? Oh, I don't know. Kind of want to get rid of it, but I don't really want to do that to little Oreo because he feels like he's a little. Um, he probably feels like a little king over here. So Clinton cannot steal his territory while he's in here, right? He cannot like creep in on the other side and beat him away to sleep over there because there's only one entrance here. You see? So yeah, if Oreo sleeps in here, he doesn't have to worry about Clinton taking it too. So I guess it's kind of like a safe zone. He knows, like, Blackberry and Clinton won't attack him, but he knows he's protected on three sides. Yeah, I know, he is little. He is little. He's getting a little chubby though. Get some ribbons and stuff to drape the cage. I know Clinton and Barry, they like playing with ribbons, so I don't really hang around the cage. And they have so many cat toys, you guys. Like, this is how many cat toys they have. Like, look, within reachable distance, we got a cat toy right there. We have so many cat toys around this apartment. And I wish I could tell you that Oreo became more active because of the cat toy. Not really. His love for comfortable bedding. It's about playing. It's about hiding the cage. Oh, hiding the cage? I don't know how I'm gonna hide this cage. I mean, this is a pretty big cage. Or if I make a little tent so that way he has more darkness. But then I'll be encouraging him to sleep even more. It's kind of funny because, like, I'll make breakfast in the morning and I'll see Oreo walk into this cage and he'll just take a nap. And I just look at him. I'm like, oh, Oreo. So Oreo spends most of his day sleeping. I feel like sleeping, sometimes grooming, mostly sleeping, then eating, and just doing the thread some ribbon. How what how would that hide the cage though? Wouldn't the ribbon bring more focus on the cage? Give the guy some privacy. Oh. Actually, you know what? I think he likes looking at everything. I don't think he's much. I mean, I could cover it with something like a towel or something, but yeah, he seems like he's okay. Yeah, we don't actually have a towel that big. Our towels are kind of, yeah. But I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. Actually, you know what? I could get a throw and put that on top. And then that way it's a little nicer for him. What do you think, Oreo? Do you think I would be? You think you'll be more comfortable though, and then you guys would not see him on stream anymore because he would have this nice dark area to take his naps at. Look at that hefty groomer. Are you? Oh, he's getting in there with his toes. Oh, jeez. Oreo, come on. Oh, gosh. Um, yeah, Oreo, we don't need to see this on stream. Jeez Louise, Oreo. Oreo, come on. Of all the times you gotta do this, how many times have you seen Oreo clean his butt while it's... Oh my goodness, Oreo. Oreo, you know the camera's facing you. Well, he just wants everybody to know he cleans his butt. It might make it less obvious that it's a cage. Nah, you would easily be able to tell this is a cage. 100%. I mean, this cage is huge. I think it's like 2 feet. I think it's like 2 feet long or something like that. 1.5 feet, 2 feet long, and then two. Yeah, I think it's something like 24 by 24 or something like that, or maybe longer. Yeah, I think probably draping it on 3 sides would be good because that way it would give him a little bit more darkness. But then again, Clinton and Barry would probably be tempted to go into little Oriole's little sleepy. Look how happy this cat looks. He has his own blanket, his own cage. This is literally this is turned into his hello Clinton. What? What is it, Clinton? Yeah, but this is like I said, this is real. I think Oreo is really drawn to it because it has like the whole messy comforter inside of it, and he feels protected, and he expends less energy going into this cage than going onto the bed. So if he wanted to go on the bed, he would have to walk double the length plus go up cat stairs. So energy efficiency is over here. So it makes sense why. I mean, like if I was a cat, I'd rather just stay over here, right? He's halfway in between his food bowl and his litter bowl, and yeah, less work for him, definitely. But it is kind of in the way because it's right in the middle of the walkway. So I really should move this somewhere else. But I like keeping it over here because then I could see Oreo. Well, I just like pop my head out, I could see his little black and white face. He's hard at work grooming. It's Clinton scratching the cardboard scratcher. Yeah, you know that $80 scratcher? Seems like mostly Blackberry and Clinton scratch, but not really Oreo. I don't know. It depends. Like, he said it took him a while to sell them, so I don't know if he really wants to commit to making a bunch of those shirts. Oh, and it looks like Oreo's gonna go back to sleep soon. See, so he groomed. So he walked in here shortly when I turned on the camera. He groomed, and now he's gonna go back to sleep for a couple hours. This is how it is to have Oreo cat in your life. Sleep, eat, poop, sleep, eat, poop. Do a little bit of exercise, very little, but most of the day he spends sleeping. And he's a pretty tubby cat. So here's my hen. You see? Oh, did you see that snore? He's like, why are you waking me up? So he is quite chunky. I know, Oreo. I know. Yeah, he's probably very comfortable. Let's move some blanket in here for him. Yeah, I kind of want to add more blanket against the wall so it turns into like a giant oversized like like I know I don't want to I know it's going to sound like an asylum, but if I had like tall padding over there so if he gets close to the wall he could just kind of like lean back against the wall. Um Something a little bit more cozy, but I think he likes this very much. You guys hear about cats, they like to sleep in uh, like a pile of clothes. Yeah, pile of blanket falls under the same thing. So if you guys have any old comforters or old, you see how this has like some padding in here? It's thick. I would say don't throw it away. Think about like if you have a small child size one or something, think about just putting it into like a dog crate or putting it on the ground and the cats can sleep in it. Um, yeah, so this hard to believe, but like all this stuff was inside of the closet just sitting there unused, and like the day I take this thing out, Oreo decides to make a bed out of it. So I rather have it, stay outside than in the closet because at least the cats have some use for it. I kind of had this idea that if you have something and it's just lying around and not being used, like really, what's the point of having it? It's not a museum piece. These kind of pieces are meant to be displayed, used, and yeah. So like um, that little letter opener thing. Like if I'm not using it, then we really shouldn't keep it inside this apartment. And same as the packing material. See this. So these two are going out today, and then I posted more stuff. And I kind of realized, like, I was like, dang, I used to have, right now I just have to go through clothes, but that is going to be easier. It's just like, I'm just slowly working at things, just like few things, few things, few things. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised, how much, like, when I look back, I'm like, dang, a lot of the stuff actually left this apartment. Kind of crazy. But yeah, always, working at it, and it's getting a little bit more difficult because at some point, right, you kind of realize like there are certain pieces that people seem like they don't really want, and then what do you do from there? You have like some pieces, it's do you keep it? Do you try to find another place to donate it to? Do you drop it off at a free store? That's what I'm planning to do, but it's like small stuff, like I could just carry it all in one trip. So, yeah. And then I also have to recycle that, all those clothes. I want to actually bring it over to a recycler. So that way it doesn't go straight into NYC landfill. Yeah. So Oreo is tired hearing about all this recycling and reusing and rehoming stuff that he looks like he is ready to go off to sleep. Look at that tired little cat. And there's Clinton outside. He can't get in. He can't get in because Oriole's inside. And if you look at it, Oriole's right by the entrance. See? So this is actually a really great size. Oriole, some cats might be shy of using a pen like this. Oriole personally loves it. So again, if you guys and I know this is just me like giving some thoughts. If you guys don't want to buy a cat bed for your cats, or if you guys are thinking like, oh, I want to buy, but they're a little too expensive. If you guys already have like a dog crate or something, or someone's giving away a dog crate, think about just making your own cat bed. Just get a dog crate, add in a blanket on the bottom, and boom. It's free, so or it's stuff that you already have, and it's a good way to save money. I know some dog beds can get kind of expensive. I've seen some dog beds that are like $90 for like the really big ones, and I've also seen like dog crates like this where they have memory foam on the bottom. Like, wow, so fancy, yeah. I thought about getting, those infant mattress pads that they have, some of them memory foam. I thought about getting one of those, and then if I could cut it down to size for this crate, and that way I could repurpose one of those infant mattress changing pads, and then there'll be a little bit more padding for Oreo. But I don't think he needs more padding, but if I see the opportunity, I would think about it. But I would actually, I would inspect the whole mattress pad and make sure I knew where it came from. Because, but a lot of the times, like memory foam mattress pads, I don't see them very often. But maybe I could cut it down with what's it, a box cutter or something. Like measure it out, cut it to size, put the cover on, fold it down, right? Because I'm gonna cut a chunk out, and then see if it could actually fit in one of these things, and then Oreo might be a little more comfortable, a little bit more. Or maybe I'm just thinking of ways to baby this cat even more. I'm sure he's pretty comfortable in here, but I think like, could I make it more comfortable for him? But in my opinion, I think he has a pretty good life. He's probably dreaming of not having dental gel. I forgot to give him the dental gel yesterday, so I have to give him the dental gel today. But I simply don't have the heart of giving him the dental gel. Right? Oh, did you see that? I said dental gel. Look at that. His ears flicked. Yeah, that's how much he hates this thing. Yeah. So that stuff. That is the worst thing for him throughout the day. Like he hates that stuff so much. But I don't blame him, man. He gets this thing and it coats his teeth, and he's not too happy about it. But I'm like, Oreo, you'll forget about it. Just keep it in your mouth for a little bit, and you'll be fine. But anyway, yeah. So maybe that could be a little project. Not one of those projects that I have a timetable on, but if I came across, let's say, some small memory foam pad, think about if it can fit in this thing, cut it down to size, put it over here, and it'll be even more comfortable for Oreo. So yeah, I do have some things, and if you guys are, let's say, a diver or something like that, or if you are like a thrifter, sometimes you get materials and then you just don't know what you're gonna do with them, but you have like an idea, like, okay, I really like this, but when I find the perfect thing, I'll find something for it. And then, like I told you guys, this thing, so far, I kind of like it like this. I'm not very good with this thing, so I kind of like fiddle faddle with it until it looks okay. Let's see. It goes like this-ish. Yeah, there's a way to do it. I forgot. I kind of usually flip it. Yeah, like this-ish or something like I forgot. But yeah, okay, here we go. Like this. See? So I'll usually play around with it, and then if I like it like this, then I'll keep it. Oh, you can see my fingerprint over there. But yeah, I'll keep it around, and then when I get bored of it, then I'll change it out. But yeah, I kind of think it looks pretty cool. To me, it looks pretty cool, and it's no maintenance. So this is the piece that I was looking for a couple months, but it took me a while to find that perfect piece. Right, first you have to find the piece that you like. Second of all, you have to find a piece that fits in here, and after you find that piece, yeah, not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like such a nub. Like I think like, man, all these design people know exactly how to do this stuff, and here I am like, wait, which way does it go? I think it goes this way, and it goes this way. Yeah, that looks okay to me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this next to my bedside, and it's a little pop of green, and I think it's kind of that took a couple months for me to find to. Once I have something on the back burner, and then after I finish it, I'm like, yay, it's done. And that's how life is. Like, you can't rush through certain things. You just kind of go on standby, and then when you find something that works really good, then like that's the moment for it to shine. And same with the crate. Like, we've had the crate in the closet for about a year, and then I take it out. I have this idea. Oreo goes inside, and this is now what's kept it. And I think we're gonna keep it like this for a while because Oreo seems pretty freaking happy like this. Yeah. I really gotta move this around. I gotta find a better place for this. I'll figure it out, but most important thing is I find a comfortable space for Oreo, but it is not aesthetic. It's not aesthetic to have a freaking big crate right in the middle of the apartment like this. But Oreo really likes it, so it kind of tugs on my little heartstrings. Especially, look at this face. Look at that sleeping face. Oh, well, I think he's up. Look at that. Hello, handsome. Oh. Yeah. So I'm gonna let him be, guys. Hopefully, it encourage you guys um, to donate things. I only do free boxes. I only do free boxes or do free groups. So, and you guys know that this takes a while. Um, and part of it is because like I'm decluttering, but I'm also moving things around in progress. So these two things, like 100%, are moving out of the apartment today, and I can see things like getting out more and more and more. And I look at things and I'm like, that a lot of stuff has actually changed in this apartment. And it's like this: if you get rid of 5 things every single week, after 4 weeks, that might only be 20 items, right? Um, after 8 weeks, that's 40 items. So slowly but surely things get out, and it's not gonna happen overnight. But as long as you keep working at it, like that's when you start seeing changes. Same as weight loss, right? Some people, they say like, oh, I only lost 1 pound this week, and then they say, oh yeah, and the week before I lost 1 pound. Next thing you know, they dropped 50 pounds, and you're like, holy crap, they lost so much weight. But they don't, they might not see it in one day because it's all about consistency and working through things. And some of the things like I've been doing, it's like I look at it and I reorganize something and I say like, holy shit, this is like the third time but it gets better and better and better, and it becomes easier and easier to organize. And you're just building upon like levels. So yeah, if anybody is redecorating or organizing or decluttering, just always move forward. Like if you don't, if as long as you know you're doing the actions to move forward, that's all that really matters. I think sometimes people put themselves in really high standards, like they say, oh, I need to drop 30 pounds in 2 months, like that kind of stuff. I'm like, no, just make sure you eat healthy and exercise. And if you drop 1 pound a week, or half a pound a week, like that's, where are you going to be in like 2 years, 1 or 2 years? You're going to be at your goal, and you won't be beating yourself up. So yeah. um I look at like a lot of stuff, and I've always, like, before I used to kind of think that you have to do things in like really like in 2 days or 3 days or 5 days, but um life, I feel like it's really all about consistency. So that would be my thinking. And yeah, so I've been drying flowers, putting things up, reorganizing, moving things around, shuffling things around, recycling things, sorting through things, and it's coming together, and I'm really, really happy about it. So yeah, it's a slow process. I'm also thinking about buying new pillow covers, because I think the green ones that you might see where Lewis sits, it's a little too heavy in color. So buying the white ones. I've already asked for if anybody had extra like throw pillow covers, and nobody said anything, so I'm just gonna buy them. But yeah, just like small little decorative accents while I'm decluttering and organizing. That's, yeah, it's like you don't have to just focus on one thing. You can kind of pivot. So yeah. What is a good word? What good word? Oh, Oreo went to see. Oh, look at that. Handsome. Handsome. Oh, my little handsome. Come here. Look at this face. So yeah, after I give this thing to that person, I'm actually thinking about going out to go diving today. Seeing what I come across. I am listen to this. I'm on the lookout for some tall vases, and I'm on the lookout for full greenery, and I'm on the lookout for anything that I can donate. So the stuff that I'm now diving for, it's not like everything. So before, you guys remember, like when I first started diving, I used to grab like so much stuff. I used to grab like as much floral as I can and all the stuff that I could donate. And yeah, I can't do that anymore. Well, let me take that back. I can take that all that stuff home. I do have a way to unload it, but I got to be mindful about certain things, like how much things I'm carrying when I'm traveling by myself. I got to be mindful about like fridge space. So if I found a whole bunch of ice cream, right, I can't take all that ice cream with me because we don't have freezer space for all that ice cream. For sure. And yeah, but if I came across something like 30 pounds of candy, I'd probably be tempted to take that all home and then distribute it out. And yeah, so but typically now when I go diving for certain places, like I'll grab things, but I won't grab as as much things as I used to before. There's more divers out there too. So when I go over there, it's not like I find like the peak of what everybody else is grabbing. That's like it's a lot more competitive. And then stores also are destroying things too, as you guys know. So it wasn't like before. Before it's like I could come across like all this stuff and just take it and it would just be like new in packaging, undamaged. And now it's a lot different. They're grabbing hammers to things, they're shattering things, and it makes me a bit sad. It makes me a bit sad, but it makes me very grateful that I do have because I think that if I did not, here, let me, for example, right? So okay, so like the little white and gray things, that's all I found. I found the white and gray things plus the plants plus the wreath plus the little bird all at the same place. Okay, that one I found while I was on the sidewalk. Let me show you guys this. So these are my little pom-poms. This is my bird, the one that Clinton bit, if you remember. So yeah, see these? So this is like something I made by myself. I just compiled it together. Each pom pom is like $3, believe it or not. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, can you imagine me spending $54 on this wreath just for the pom poms? I can't. So this would have been like $60 because if you include the little bird plus that. So this kind of stuff, yeah, it adds up. Arts and crafts stuff adds up really quickly. And then this is a plant that I grabbed while I was walking down the sidewalk. This was someone was tossed this out, and this thing was sidewalk pine too. This was a sidewalk pine too. Sidewalk pine, sidewalk pine, sidewalk pine. This was a shoe rack that someone was getting rid of. They were moving out. So yeah, that shoe rack was free too. So a lot of the stuff that we have around the apartment, I like collecting it for free. And that sign that I really like, I got that from Hawaii, by the way. It says, imagine a world where everyone is kind and compassionate. We all have our troubles, our joys, our challenges. A little bit of kindness, even a happy smile goes a long way. So this one I purchased for 75% off. I think this thing was like 29 bucks or something. And then my pine cones, one of them's from Seattle. The other one is the first pine cone I ever, oh yeah, that one is from Seattle. See the one on the far left? That one is the first pine cone I ever grabbed here. And then that one on the far right is from Maine. So yeah, so that's my little souvenir pine cone. That's why I always have 3 pine cones. So those are very significant little pine cones. And I hope that, oh, and these, yes, this was actually purchased. So these 3 things, I think $7. Um, but yeah, see, it's like things like this. And then there's all my shoes. See all my shoes? I have so many shoes, a ton of shoes. And you can see my winter boots and my Ugg boots and my rain boots and things like that. Brooklyn Moms Go Diving. No, I never saw that actually. I never saw that channel. I don't like filming my diving adventures because I kind of feel like some people might do that, but I don't want to bring I don't really want to bring too much heat on certain locations because if they get publicity, and I've seen certain places get publicity, like people will give a shout out, like, hey, this is a place that, they're tossing out a whole bunch of place at X location, and they'll put the name of the place and the location, and they'll share it with like 1,000 people. Yeah, after they do that, then the stores freaking start destroying things and they destroy things with a hammer. I mean, you figure, right? Like some of these places, like I was basically one of the only people diving there. And then after they get a shout out and 800 people hear about it, then the stores are like, okay, now we really got to destroy because it's not just one or two divers. We got like tons of divers coming in there now. So like I said, I'm really happy when I got into diving, when I did go into diving, because it is kind of like slim pickings now for certain diving locations and certain things that I like. I don't think I can find the same kind of stuff. And if I do, it's most likely destroyed. So I'm thankful about that. And who knows, maybe I'll go back. Maybe people will lose interest in diving, but yeah, there's not really much I could grab for diving anywhere. I just want a little bit more vases, a little bit more floral. Can never have too much freaking fake floral. I kind of want to have a tree in here, just for it. Hold on. Okay, yeah, never mind. That person doesn't want it because they found out the freaking thing is way too big. So, anyway, yeah, Goodwill Outlet is really good. They find some pretty good stuff. I found that's the kind of stuff like the Goodwill Outlet is stuff that is over, they have like too much of. So, for instance, when you see clothes donations, you donate stuff, not all the donations hit the store. Like this, there's gonna be a huge amount of overflow, right? And that overflow, a good chunk of that stuff, it never hits the store, so it just goes off to the outlet. So it's just extra donations. So please do not assume that if you donate to Goodwill or Savers, your donations are gonna end up on the sales floor. Okay? Like that's a misconception people have. People think like if I donate this thing, like it's gonna show up in one of the Goodwills. No, it will not. If I donate this thing, there's a huge chance it's gonna go straight to the outlet in this huge bin. And then if that cannot sell in the huge bin, this will go straight into the landfill. See it? So that's why I choose to do free boxes / donate them freely because I don't like to have that my stuff going straight into the landfill possibly. Yeah. So anyway, I gotta post that thing too because now that person doesn't want it. So I will talk to you guys later. And you guys take care. And if I find anything good on diving, I will let you guys know. Dear Clinton, he's like sprinting back and forth. I love Goodwill and Savers. I love buying good things, good used stuff. Yeah, yeah. It's really smart to buying things used or pre-owned because you don't take that take that price hit, right? Right. For instance, right? Let's say if I bought this, I know I'm using this like way too many times, but let's say I bought this like new for $8, right? If I don't want it and I donate it to Goodwill, maybe they'll sell it for $3. So a person could buy this for half the price that I paid for it, and they can use that money to buy more stuff. So I really do believe strongly in making your dollar stretch, and I really do believe in making sure that you're not adding to landfill waste. So although you guys know, like, Black Friday and stuff, you guys hear about like, oh, it's so cheap. Oh yeah, you can get like huge sales. I don't like the idea of I don't like the idea of just buying stuff because it's cheap. If I buy stuff, it's because it has a purpose and there's a specific reason why I'm buying this stuff. So yeah, I don't buy stuff just because the sake that it's on sale. That is, there's really no point to it. So that's why you don't see me buy home decor stuff. Like a lot of the home decor stuff, I figure, well, someone's gonna be moving, someone's gonna be changing up stuff, someone's gonna be upgrading. It's just a matter of time that I can get things, I can just rehome things. And like I said, where we live, it's such a big culture of like reusing and recycling and rehoming that that I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Like the Christmas trees that I picked up, I picked that up after Christmas. And we don't have any use for another Christmas tree. I think right now, yeah, we have two rehomed Christmas trees. Two free Christmas trees, one free garland, um, and then one Christmas tree I got when Papyrus was closing down. You remember that one? I think it was like 90 or 95% off. I can't remember, but I just like wiped out all their Christmas trees just from me. But yeah, so I don't like buying like you got like I don't like buying stuff from Dollar Tree. The only thing that I buy from Dollar Tree would be like Q-tips or like a chocolate bar or a snack. It's not me buying. Yeah, I rather just get something that was already pre-owned, so I don't contribute to. I can prevent things from going into the landfill, and then I don't contribute to consumerism. Not everything makes it for a for-profit thrift though, right? You guys, I mean, like I know in New York at least, they get so much freaking stuff that from what I see, from what I've been told by other divers and what I read, is that some of these places, like I believe Housing Works in New York, they just like their surplus stuff, they just toss it into the trash. They're like, well, we don't want to give it away for free, even though these are free donations, so we're just gonna toss it in. They're just gonna get rid of it. So they don't even give people the opportunity to take it for free. And I think that's kind of wrong. That's just my opinion. Like if you get donations, right, instead of throwing it straight into the landfill, why don't you put a free table and then tell people like, yeah, you can sort through it, or like put a free table outside of your store and tell people they can take it. And then if they don't want that stuff, right, then they can go into the store and pick something for free. But yeah, it's strange. So yeah, I shall talk to you guys later. I gotta post that little letter opener thing. Someone doesn't want it. So, yep. See ya.